So, um, part of this process is reprogramming your brain. You put the symbols out there instead of having somebody else put the symbols out there for you. So, what I do, um, if you can control the first thoughts you have when you wake up in the morning, then you set how you perceive your day. But it also happens when you go to sleep at night. That what your last few thoughts that you go to bed at night is also going to set what kind of dream experiences that you'll have. Part of this, how I learned more about this stuff is um, I did try a few little experiments when I experienced a problem, when I experienced a massive problem and I had to go to bed and I can never sleep and I'm always trying to, what's the answer? What's the answer? I decided a few times to just say, this is a really good thing. I just can't see it yet. And I went to bed with the thoughts, this is a really good thing. I just can't see it yet. And I tried to get myself into a happy state. And the next day, um, somebody crossed my path that sort of helped me through a miracle and made some, pretty cool experience to be had. So I know that the thoughts that I have just before I go to bed will definitely affect how I wake up in the morning. I also seen this when I went through programming school, that you're solving a lot of problems, and um, a lot of programmers will know this, that if you just relax, get yourself out of that tunnel vision and just don't even think about the problem anymore and you sleep on it, knowing you're going to have the answer the next day, poof, you get the answer to your solution. So there is a fair bit of science that says what you think about just before you go to bed will affect your day. Now, like 2 years ago when I first came on this disability, and I'm sure a lot of people are suffering from this as well, but I used to wake up about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, really, really angry, really frustrated, really in rage because of all of the things that I experienced. And I couldn't believe how corrupt the system is and how unfair the system is. And, just every single experience that I had just was replayed. And it was so severe and so intense, it would wake me up in the morning. And I've seen a lot of people that are alcoholics. They can wake up in this rage and they need to go for a drink of alcohol. Anything that calms the pain of these relived memories. So um, that definitely was affecting my day. It was really hard to calm down when I didn't want to wake up like that. I, it was a very out of control thing that was happening. So and my goal was to try and calm everything down because I could see that while I'm uncontrolled rage inside me due to all of the experiences I've had. I mean, anybody would react this way. Anybody would be scared for their life. Anybody would be um, reacting in the way that I did. But if you don't see all of the experiences, you look like a person that's just mad for no reason. So please, when you see, a homeless person or an alcoholic or, um, anybody that you're judging, trust that there's something going on that's making them behave the way they do. Anyways, part of my healing to get me to this 2 year state, to get me into this cusp where I'm again making another big shift, I had to really, really learn how to calm down. So I did a lot of steps, like I was taking 6 baths a day, water, like trying to understand I'm dealing with limited funds. Although people may say if you're attracting and can control what you attract, what I was looking for was a vacation. Every time I went into a counselor's office, and they'd always ask you, what is it you want? And it's like, well, give me a vacation to Florida. Let me just have some time to calm down, I'll be fine. And that was a joke, but needless to say, in 2 years, I found myself in a Soyuz, which is Canada's Florida, and I'm on a disability where I'm being paid. You know, I did lose the car, I did lose every single thing I had. We were basically homeless with nothing, me and my daughter. And we lost every single thing, and we're living on next to nothing. And I've got to try and calm down using services that just are non-existent. So I've had to find my own healing. So if this stuff worked for me, I'm sure it will help with you. Um, One of the biggest things that do affect you is making out these symbols. It's very, very powerful. It's the intention, the motion, what it does for you to actually make the steps and follow through on just a ritual um, will reprogram your brain. It will set a neural net in your mind just because you're doing some action to do that. So part of this diary that, you know, and a routine that I'm going to set myself on for the next year to make some major changes, get rid of these bags, you know, get a career, um, look a lot younger, create the life that I want to create within the year. These are the steps that I'm going to take, and this is what I'm going to be doing every morning. And I knew this, and you know, you can know what you're doing and not do it, but then at least if you're sitting there going, well, I know that I should be doing this and I'm not, is what am I waiting for? So even if you don't do it right away, um, just be patient with yourself and observe yourself, and why aren't you doing what you know you should be doing? And as soon as I started making out the symbol, within the next day, I'm doing these YouTube videos. So it does tend to make you do something different the second you start making your own symbol. So the idea of your symbol is to create what it is you want to experience. And I've made several different symbols, and I found that they do work. But I kind of found more of a root symbol for myself that might sort of work with you. So I draw on a piece of paper one line like that, and that one line represents I, and then I draw a heart on both of it because I believe the direction. I have to have love in my heart, love for myself. I can't do anything or move anything or trust in anything unless I have love for myself, my life, and my experiences. And when I have that inside me, then everything I perceive will be going in. So this is what I want to program myself, is to have a lot more love for myself. So after I put I, then I put a heart, love, and then I draw a circle around it like this, and I put love my life, and then I put another circle around it, and that symbol around that means I love the world around me, and all I see is love, and all I get in return is love. So every morning I go out on my balcony, and I've got a metal pot out there that um, hopefully I'm going to just film part of the routine every day when I get started on this routine that I'm going to do. The first part of this routine is just making these videos and sharing the information that I want to share. You kind of have to see where I'm at right now. It'd be really easy to see somebody be successful and then tell you how they got successful. For some odd reason, I've always known that you needed to see the process. So I've come a long way in the past 2 years. Nothing happened instantly, but again, you're gaining tools to experience what it is you want to experience. I'm 51 and have had an awful lot of experience. Anyways, I take this paper and I burn it in the morning, and I burn it just before I go to bed. And I'm telling you, it really does shift the way I perceive things. I notice it's making a huge difference. There's another concept that I use is my water bottle, because if you are drinking from different water that has symbols on it, and every human needs water, then your water can be a daily reminder of what it is you want to focus on. and when your brain goes off into a wild thought, you can bring it back again to what you want to think about.